In this video, you will learn how you can transmit return in TaxCycle. Here I have a T1 return, and we will see how you can e-file T1 return in TaxCycle once you have all the review messages addressed. To file electronically with the CRA, you must have an e-file number and password. If this is the first time you would like to register for e-file and receive those credentials from CRA website. If you already have an e-file number, you must complete yearly renewal to receive a password for the latest T1 tax season. Always use the latest password given to you. If you have not already entered or updated that information in TaxCycle, you would like to go to the options and enter that information. So if you have your file open, you would like to go to the Transmit tab from the sidebar or press F12. Here you will be able to get to the transmission options, or if you have TaxCycle open, whether or not you have return open or not, you would like to click on this little wrench at the top if you have it added in your quick access toolbar. So I would like to click on transmission options here. From there, I would like to click on make changes to start making changes. And you would like to come to the transmission, and then you want to look into your e-file accounts. And here you want to enter your e-file number and your new password that you have received for your latest T1 tax season. Here you can enter wrap ID. It is optional for you. So you want to ensure that you have your transmission credentials enter over here. And once updated, you would like to click on apply and then OK. Now we are in transmit tab. You want to ensure that there is no outstanding error or any review messages that can prevent you from filing. And first thing that you will look into the transmit tab is auth app, and you can always look into the authorization or cancellation request form by clicking on this link. Here we have selected valid authorization already on file and accepted by CRA. If you need to quickly look into the options, you can click on this drop down arrow and you can select it accordingly. Next thing you will see is T1 EFILE. Here you want to ensure that T183 is printed and or it has a signature. So you would like to confirm whether you have got those signatures on paper or you have used tax folder or DocuSign or to get the electronic signature. You would like to confirm that accordingly. So here I have selected paper signature. And similarly, if client has a foreign property that they have reported within the return, then you would like to confirm the signature on that. And once it is done, you will be able to see transmit now for that form as well. So to submit this return to CRA, we will simply click on transmit now. When a transmission succeeds, you will see a happy face and transmission successful in green text. This symbol also appears in Client Manager for returns that are successfully filed, and in the blue bar at the bottom of the window of any open return that is successfully transmitted to CRA. You can also find a document control number and a confirmation number for the future reference right here. You can also collect notice of assessment by clicking on this link here. And you can click the print the client e-file receipt link to give a copy of this information to your client. And you can click on e-file result link to view the worksheet, which contains a full list of results from the transmission attempt. So if I click on this one here, you can see the list of any attempts to file a T1 return, regardless of successful or failed transmission. TaxCycle records the time as well as the result of the transmission, so you always have a complete record of transmission attempts and returned messages. even if you have retransmit the return. One thing I would like to mention here, we have separately transmitted a T1 e-file. However, if you click on transmit selected, all the selections that you have made in here, everything will be transmitted in one go. So we can simply click on transmit selected as well. If the CRA rejects a transmission due to error, you will see a words transmission rejected and a red sad face. Any error messages received from the CRA also appears in this box. And starting with the e-file error number, this number may be useful if you need to contact the CRA regarding an error. The longer error description usually contains information on what went wrong with the transmission, so you can work to correct it. When you solve the issues, you can simply click on dismiss result and start again to retransmit. This rechecks the return for outstanding errors before returning to the transmission step. You can also look into the transmission histories. TaxCycle saves each transmission attempt in the file history. So for that, you would like to go to File, and then from Info, you would like to navigate to History. And from there, you can find the record of the transmission in the list. And here we go. We have found it right here, and you can see who have transmitted that return and when. And you can click on this save button, the one with the lightning bolt, to save a copy of XML file that was transmitted to CRA. And the second save button, the one with the green arrow, to save a copy of response sent back from the CRA. Under the file menu, you can also transmit for a family. Here you can see for which member in the family you have transmitted already, and which return is eligible for transmit, and which return has any outstanding error before you transmit. Once you have selected the return that you want to transmit, so for example, we have already transmitted for Thomas, and Kevin's return is having outstanding errors before we transmit. So you can select and deselect the returns that you want to transmit or not transmit. So once you have done that, you can simply click on transmit. Right from here, it will transmit the selected returns for you right from here immediately, and you will be able to see the status of it as well here. To save more time, you can also batch e-file as well from the client manager. So, TaxCycle's intuitive transmission process ensures that submitting returns is both efficient and accurate. Whether handling single or multiple returns, the platform provides the tools and flexibility needed for seamless electronic filing.